Hey guys, Mr. Cold here. Hopefully I'll get through this without coughing too much. Today, this is a response to jiggywigg64's top 10 game cartridges that you own. So, not just the top 10 cartridges of all times, but the ones that you personally own. So before I get to it, I am excluding something that you might see. You know, here's my VIC-20 Mega card. And all of the games on here, well, not all of them, but the majority of the games on here were originally cartridge-based games, and they are on a cart. So, you know, it wouldn't be completely cheating if I included some of these games, but I am excluding them in just the ones that I have the original cartridges for. So, if you say, why aren't there any VIC-20 games, it's because I'm being rather strict in my interpretation. So now let's go through the games. And first of all, I could probably, even excluding the VIC-20, I could probably still come up with a top 20 easier than a top 10. And I could, you know, the order of them, you know, I could, you know, they're 10 of my favorites. You know, I like the 10th just about as well as the first, so, you know, don't think that this is knocking it down in any way. But first of all, as number 10, I'm starting out with Super Mario Bros. 3 for the NES. I haven't played it a lot. If I played it more, it might become more of a favorite, but, you know, definitely one of them. Second is Pitfall for the Atari 2600. If I was going to include some Mega Kart games, I'd probably put Jungle Hunt on the VIC-20 in this spot, but really like this game a lot, and I just recently came within 22 seconds of running out of time. I don't think I'll ever, I'm not that bothered about learning how to go underneath, learning where to go underneath, you know, so that you can stand a chance of completing the entire game in a lot of time. But I came within 22 seconds of running out of time before I was sloppy and, you know, getting a little quick trying to see if I could get one more treasure before time ran out, and I was a little sloppy there. So I'll post a screen capture of my high score for this game. Just throw it in. The next two are at, let's see, that's 8. 7 and 6 are the two games that first two cartridges I ever had, the first two program packs for the color computer, and you can see that the label's well worn from taking them in and out. Polaris, which is a Missile Command clone, and Space Assault, which is a Space Invaders clone. And then at number 6, my favorite movie-based game, movie title game of all time, and no, it's not E.T., that's that's Poltergeist for the Radio Shack color computer. Kind of dusty where I set that cartridge. Sorry about that. Sorry to the cartridge. Then at number 5, for the N64, Rampage 2 Universal Tour. Rampage is a great game. I could have, you know, if I didn't have this game, I would have at this spot I would have put in Rampage for the Sega Master System. But you know, the N64, of course, is a newer system, and this sequel, you know, it adds some. You got a few more moves, and it's definitely a bit of an improvement over the original game. So I'll put that next. Number 4 for the color computer, Clowns and Balloons. You know, Circus Atari is a great game as well, in the same, you know, pretty close to the same. The thing I like better about Circus Atari, of course, is the paddle controllers on the Atari 2600. But this is a colorful game, a lot of fun. So at number 3 is Demon Attack for the color computer. This game was brought out fairly later than a lot of the other versions of Demon Attack, and it came out after Atari had sued Imagic. Yeah, Imagic. I'll put a note in here if I get that wrong, but it was Imagic. But Atari had sued them because this game was real close to Phoenix. Well, after they settled, they added a boss level in here, which made it even closer to Phoenix. So, that's a nice addition to this game. And this is just a great version of the Demon Attack. Number 2, going back to the NES, is Popeye. This is an excellent version. The only change from the arcade really is the center ladder in the first level goes all the way down, so you can climb down it and back up. But it's a very good port of Popeye, and Popeye was one of my favorite games. So that's it. And then for number 1, we're going back to Mario Brothers. This is Mario Brothers for the Atari 2600. Excellent game. Love it, play it a lot. Don't have any trouble at all listing this one as my favorite, although, like I say, the other 9 are just as much favorites. And this is an open tag, so so anybody that wants to respond with the top 10 cartridge that you own, feel free. And as always, more later. Hey, I got through it without even coughing.